Hello everyone, my name is Zakir and today in this video we are going to talk about variables in Java. Variables are meant for storing data for us or the computer to use at time of need. This memory we are referring to is also known as RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory, and has this name since it's randomly allocating and querying data by need. It is meant for assisting in managing our computer's tasks and programs. So it is in charge of keeping our data when we press on Ctrl+C, leave our browser tabs open in the background, keeping many programs running simultaneously, etc. The RAM is keeping data temporarily, so in case we turn off the computer or restart, all the data in it will be deleted. Memory is a valuable and inseparable part of our programming. There are different data types for every type we choose to store. We can use memory when we are programming to store numbers, letters, and words as we choose, for us to use them later on in time, and this is also a way to make things work together. There are different data types for every type we choose to store. We can store whole numbers, for example, such as 4, 6, 20, 1000. In an int variable, and numbers with decimal points such as 2.4, 25.67, and so on, with double. There are more variables for storing numbers such as float, short, and long, which are not that useful in most cases, and you can read more about them if you want. I will provide a link to the official Oracle documentations. If we want to store a single character, we use a char variable, and words or chain of words using a string. We also have a true or false variable named boolean. Declaring a variable goes like this: the variable type and the name you choose for it, and don't forget to end it with a semicolon. Nearly any code you type will end with a semicolon. Currently, the variable we declared doesn't store any specific data. In order to do that, you could simply mention the variable's name and put an equal sign for assignment, and put the data you want to store in it on the right side of the equal sign. You can also declare a variable and assign it at the same time, like so. Variables are allocated in memory automatically in Java upon declaration, depending on their data types. So, to get into more technical details, an int variable, for example, takes 4 bytes of memory on a 32 bits processor, or 8 bits on a 64 bit than most modern computers use these days. We can print out, change, and pass on variables to other parts of our program. We can also perform arithmetic changes on our variables. For example, we can add, subtract, multiply, divide to get different results. Let's try that for a second. So just for demonstration's sake, we declared two int variables named x and y. X is 5 and y is 6. And then we declared and assigned another int variable called res and stored the multiplication of x and y in it. Now this command will print out the result on the screen, just like that. Now don't worry about the code just yet. We are going to cover and practice everything that I showed here. In the next video, we are going to actually code and write our first program. We will also practice variables, learn how to perform arithmetic actions to our variables, print them out on the screen, and learn a little bit about the class structure and the main method, which functions as our control panel for running and testing our code. Until then, I would like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.